Stampers, it's Loretta and welcome to Stamping with Loretta. This video tutorial is my second for delightful digital stamps from Luby Lou. Her information will be on the blog. Today's little mini tutorial is on how to make this treat box. It's very adorable. Okay. Now, you will see me sit down because today I have no help shooting this video. And hopefully we can get this done in 10 minutes or less. So, here we go. Okay, to start with, I do have the die from Big Shot to make this shaker box. Since a lot of you do not own a Sizzix Big Shot or Big Shot Pro, I'm going to show you how to make this without the machine. First of all, since I already had the box, I took it apart and I drew around it and made myself a template. Now, when I did this, once I cut this out, I will laminate it so that it's got some lamination and I can use it over and over and over again. If you don't have a hot laminator at home, I suggest you ask your school if you can use theirs if you have children in school. A lot of times they'll be happy to let you do it. Okay, let's put this one aside and we're going to go to this one. Now, as you can see, I have used a white pen to delineate all the score marks. I've gone ahead and used a bone folder and followed the lines to make these really have some nice indentations. So we're going to cut this out real quickly. Following the lines carefully. I usually tell you to move your paper and not your scissors, but there are so many straight lines with this one that's not necessarily necessary. I know I said that wrong. Anyway, as you go along curves though, move the paper, not the scissors. Just like this one, we're going to come around the bend. And this, okay, those need to be cut away. These little flaps. I have to keep moving it to get it close enough to my face. My vision has started to change now that I'm in my 40s, and not only that, but God has really turned up my thermostat. So I feel sorry for my poor little husband as I lie sweating in bed at night and he's like freezing to death. So any of you who happen to be in that stage of your life, I do feel for you. I know what it's like. I've cut out a lot of my caffeine, except for chocolate. I still eat a little chocolate. But I do drink more water and I exercise more, which is really helping the effects of those hot flashes that we do get as we get a little bit older in our 40s. Early 50s to mid 50s for some people. I'll just be glad when they're gone. And I hear that life after menopause is pretty fun. So we'll see. Okay. Now then. I'm going to move this aside. And I had a score tool out. Aha! We'll use a ruler. Use what you got. Fold down these score lines. If you have a bone folder, obviously you can use that. Just like this. So, alright. You get the idea of how to fold it. Now, you need to cut this part out. Stick your scissors in the middle. And go towards each corner and cut out the square. Okay? I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to bring our template back so I can see it. It's going to be just maybe out of camera range. And I'm going to take this one back and we're going to finish the box. I took a piece of transparency film and I cut it to 2 1/4 square and I used my vellum adhesive to attach it onto the box. Now we're going to fold this box. I used just mono adhesive. If you need this to really stand up to a lot of use, then please use your red liner tape. But I found that these usually, I don't use real expensive cardstock to make these, because when kids get their hands on these puppies, they're pretty much toast. So this goes in first, and this goes up, this goes up, and it's at this point we're going to put a few candies in. I happen to have some Rolos and Reese's Pieces for my trick-or-treaters this weekend. Now we're going to take this one in, turn it toward me, and just drop some more tape that happens to be at my shoulder and my elbow over there. Match up the sides and push it down. You can stamp on this part if you want to, it's up to you. Now we're going to close it, and I have a little piece that I've cut off of a bigger piece. And this is just your double-sided Velcro. And I'm going to put it up just a little tiny bit on the box, towards the middle. I'm going to pull it down, as you can see, and push it really hard and rub it back and forth with my finger. This paper is actually a velour type paper. I really don't know where I got it from. I've had it for a very long time. And I decided that this was the time to use it. So this stamped image is from, of course, Delightful Digital Stamps by Luby Lou. And he is called Gingerbread Man. And he is one of the new stamps for the November-December collection. Check out the information on my blog, and his information is there. I'm using just regular pop dots on the on his backside. I embellish him with some liquid applique and glitter. His little belt is taped on the back with just regular tape, and his little feet, we're going to do something a little different for those. So let's put him on the box real quick. And his hand actually sits up a little tiny bit. And we're going to take some clear crystal effects. We're just going to use the end of a paintbrush and get just little drops and put them over these little dots very quickly. You don't want too much, you just want them to be shiny so it looks like he's got candy on his feet. Okay, and I also did his buttons. There's our finished candy boxes, and very quick tutorial there on how to make your own. I will post a copy of the template, like I said, on my blog for you to print it off for yourself. The measurements on that are 10 and 11/16 at its longest and 4 7/8 at its widest. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining my second video tutorial for Digital Delights by Luby Lou. And my next video is going to be on using recycled materials that you can find in your very own recycling bin or your neighbor's. And I hope you will enjoy that one too. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day and stamp happy. But you get the idea. And then I took a pair of scissors